Let me have a number 2 Baconator, large Diet Coke, and a large fry to go with that.
What else?
That'll do it.
Well, I had a couple of parts.
Thank you. Yes, please. Thanks, sir. Hi.
How are you today?
Good. And yourself?
I'm doing great, thank
And that is a Diet Coke, right?
Yes, sir. That's Diet Coke, right? Yes, sir.
Thank you. I don't know why, but sometimes when I say Diet Coke, they think I mean Dr. Pepper. I have no idea how those two relate back to each other. Hey guys, welcome back to Surveying with Robert. So I thought I'd run down real quick and get me some lunch since it's 2:41. Eating a little late today. But thought I'd do a Tuesday tip about Cellular connection. So there's a company that I've been working with for a while now. Really good bunch of people. It is Data Activation Center, DAC, I think is what the name of it is. I've got some SIM cards back at the office that they sent me, and boy, am I thankful that they sent me those SIM cards. Just to kind of give you a little backstory. I keep from getting run over by these people. It's a bad intersection right here. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of backstory, the server that I've got set up. So I've got a server set up so we can go cell phone based rover. Now I've only really opened that up to my customers. I haven't let you guys really in on what's going on. In my plan to do that, there's been a hiccup and a hiccup and a hiccup. So it started out, got it up and going, got it on a server in Fort Smith, Arkansas. I've got over 100 customers of mine that are using it right now. And I had it hosted by a guy at D-Best Computer in Fort Smith, Gareth. So originally when I talked to Gareth, the idea was that we were going to put this on an Amazon server. I said, man, I need this secure because I'm going to open this up to everybody. I need this secure. I need to make sure it doesn't go down. This needs to be working all the time. He's like, oh man, I can host it and I can set up a redundant system and all this other stuff. Okay, go ahead. So I let him set it up and he put it on the server. So I bought the software, we stuck it on there, we got everything configured. I got remote access. I mean, he's done a great job with all that. He's done a pretty good job of it staying up. I think it's only went down twice. Once was because I think they had an ice storm in Fort Smith last year and it went down. And then during the summertime, somebody hit the power pole. They had an accident out in front of their office. Somebody hit the power pole, and when they did, it knocked their internet out. So that's only twice it's been down. So I can't complain too much about that. But 1st of December, he sends me an email and says, hey, we're changing out servers. We've decided that we're not going to host this anymore. This was just a beta thing for us, and this is not something we want to move forward with the new servers. Oh my gosh, December is like the busiest month I've got. Are you kidding me? So when he said January, I was hoping that he meant the last of January and not the 1st, but I was mistaken. He meant January the 1st is when he was going to take it down. So I had to scramble. So in order to get this back up for my customers, I had to put in a modem, which luckily I had it's either an RV50 or an RV55 Sierra wireless modem. Now this is not a hotspot or anything else, it's just simply a wireless modem. I've been using it for some other stuff. So I grabbed it off a shelf and I tried to get a hold of AT&T, and I emailed my contact, no response. I had a SIM card that I had suspended because I wasn't using it. I let somebody else use it. I didn't get it back, so I suspended it. And then I thought, well, I'll just go down and get me a new card later. So I went down to get a new card. Well, I went back and forth 30, 45 minutes. Well, first of all, I went down to Gulfport, told them I need a new SIM card. That store down there tried to tell me they couldn't give me a SIM card without the device. Like, no, I just need you to replace the SIM card. So after battling them, then I went to D'Iberville. So I go to D'Iberville, they're like, yeah, we can do it. What was it they needed? Something. Oh, it was suspended. I needed unsuspended. So I tried to unsuspend it on my phone. That didn't work. So I go back to the house. I try to unsuspend it. Have huge problems. Can't get it done. Can't figure out on the AT&T software how to unsuspend it. So then I turn around and have to get a hold of customer service. Well, the first time we get a hold of customer service, we get to a spot where we're getting everything done, and I had one of those 911 things come up, right? So customer called with a problem. I had to jump off that. I said, man, if you could take care of this, it'd be great. So guess what? Didn't get taken care of. So by this time I had driven back home. I'd done some stuff. I got the customer up and going. So I called service again. And after waiting for 30, 45 minutes on the phone on hold, I finally got a hold of somebody that could at least speak better English than the person before. And I finally got it unsuspended. Well, then I had to go back down to D'Iberville and get a SIM card. So I go back down to D'Iberville, 45 minutes away, get a SIM card, get back to the house. Guess what? Have to call customer service again because now it's not provisioned for a static IP. All that for me to tell you that I ended up with shingles. I have got a rash going all the way around underneath the underside of my arm, and they say it comes from stress. I'm telling you it came from AT&T. They have just about made me want to pull my hair out. As surveyors, us dealing with data connections and stuff, dealing with AT&T is just impossible. They are just impossible to do. If you're just going down there to get a phone, you want to hook up a phone line, no problem, easy to do. 3 minutes and you can have a brand new iPhone in your hand connected up to whatever service you want. Try to turn that service off. I wanted 4 lines turned off. It took me 2 days to finally get those 4 lines turned off. Because you've got to call customer service and they have to go through each line and disconnect them. So, all that for me to tell you about this data acquisition center that I started using. This lady named Shandy that I've been talking to, she is so sweet. We've had such great conversations on the phone. Their main office is out of Clearwater, Florida, and apparently her sister is the one that owns the company. I haven't talked to her yet, but I'll show you guys the website and everything. You can literally get hooked up with them. They can send you SIM cards, and if you want to do something for a few days and then shut it off, they can hook you up. So easy. Now they don't do phone lines and they can't do static with AT&T yet, although Shandy tells me they're working on it, but they saved my butt on this this connection with the server, because what I'm going to show you is how I've got it set up. So the way I've got it set up is I've got that static modem, and I've got a power adapter connected to that to run the modem. I've got the antennas run out up on top of the roof of my shop building because it's all Verizon, and I just barely get Verizon cellular service. Got a tower right here. I'm assuming this is AT&T because Verizon absolutely, I get like maybe 1 bar. But that is how I have got this thing patched together right now, is with the Verizon static IP that I got from Data Acquisition Service, and I've got it hooked into that RV50 modem so that I can get everybody connected. Now, all this being said, I'm working on a website. Some of you have found it. It's surveyingwithrobert.com. I don't have it really up and going yet, totally like I want it, but I'm working on it. It's going to be a membership website, roughly $15 a month, and I'm going to give you access to a bunch of help videos that I'm working on. So with all this stuff going on, I've had to get these customers connected up, and it has just been a complete and total nightmare. I had to reconfigure 120 different connections on that server because my guys at DBest decided to shut me down. So anyways, get back up here to the shop. I'll show you guys how I've got all this set up, and we'll look at DAC's website real quick, and I'll show you how that's working. Oh my God, I love me some AC/DC. Whoo! Like a little AC/DC to get the old heart thumping, right? Hey, did I ever tell you guys that story? This is a 2022 Dodge Laramie Limited Longhorn, whatever. Anyways, nice truck. Paid a fortune for it back last December. Had it 1,200, I put 1,200 miles on it. I had it for 6 days. A guy in a Jeep, it was a guy in an RV pulling a Jeep. They were stopped out on Interstate 59. I was coming from Hattiesburg, headed back to the house, and it was pouring rain, and there was no brake lights on. He didn't have his brakes on. He was just going super slow. And man, by the time I realized that he was not moving, bam, I hit the back of that Jeep. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I totaled the Jeep. It ended up getting totaled. The old Dodge, I bent the bumper. That's a tough truck, let me tell you. Okay, so in order to get this network, this streaming manager up and going, it's like I was telling you, I had to put this Raven modem up here. So what I ended up doing was, I've got this antenna. You have 2 antennas with that Raven modem. You have an in and out, basically. So I got one antenna right there, and I've got one antenna right there. Now the crazy thing about it is that I had these antennas up on top of the roof, but for some crazy reason, I got worse signal up on top of the roof than I do here on the building. You gotta have a ground plane with these antennas, so it's using this building as a ground plane, and maybe it's a different type material, I have no idea. But anyways, it works better up here. So on the other side of this wall is where the Raven modem's at that I'm using to connect up and get the static IP so that my customers can connect up to this service that I've got going with the cell phone based rover thing. So anyways, I'll show you guys that service and everything, or show you that setup and how that works. So being able to use DAC, Data Activation Center, being able to call them up, thank God I had the SIM cards. I called them up kind of in a panic because I had over 100 people on this service and they were down. I mean, this all happened over New Year's Day and everything, right? So they were going to be down. So I called them. Man, I'm telling you what, 3 minutes, I had that SIM card, that static SIM card, and then I was able to get this modem and everything set up and get a static IP so that my customers could dial into this service and go cell phone based rover. So I'll show you the modem. I've got it set up here. This is my studio. So we're going to go up and this is my studio. Yeah, this is my studio. So I got to climb up here in order to look at the modem, the people with the SIM cards. So these are I showed you the antennas outside. These are the wires. You can see there's basically an in and out that go on here that are hooked up outside. I've had to hook this power supply up. So the power supply is plugged in over here, and that power supply, and I don't know if you can see anything or not with my knee in the way. Does that help any? So power supply is plugged in. That's running power over to here. This is an Ethernet cable that is running downstairs into the laptop. I'll show you that in a second. And like I said, that's the power cable. So I had to drill 2 holes in my building to run these wires through to try to get something that resembled internet. I mean, it's like, what is it, 6 meg down and half a meg up, I think, something like that. It's crazy. But anyways, this is a setup. Okay, so I showed you where the modem's at. So the Ethernet wire coming down, I'll show you. It's in here in the office. Whew, I need to adjust that. How's that? That better? Okay. Sit above my head here. That is the, whoop, get it way up above my head. So that is my AT&T modem. And then you'll notice I've got this cable running down, and that is running down here into this laptop sitting here. So this laptop, I've got the Streaming Manager software. Get the camera pointed back around here. Streaming Manager software loaded on here so that everybody can connect up. So, like I said, I probably got about 100 people, or maybe a little over 100 connected to this. Can I set that right there? Will that stay long enough for me to do this? Okay. Let me, we're going to check the speed on this thing. So I'm going to do a speed test real quick. Because I'm telling you, my Verizon out here is horrible. AT&T would work with me. This wouldn't be as big an issue. Okay, let's do speed test. But thank goodness for Shandy over at DAC. Download 5, right at 5. What's going to come out to? 5.13. Upload is 0.8. Looks like it's going to be 7 something. It's going to be, drum roll please, 0.87 megabytes upload. So, doesn't take much to go cell phone base to rover. It doesn't take a whole lot of data. Thank goodness, because my Verizon signal out here is horrible. So anyways, hopefully I'll be getting it'll probably take me a week to get something back from the people over at AT&T. I mean, that was what was cool about with Shandy and the Data Activation Center, is because I was able to get something going ASAP. I mean, they really pulled my butt out of a fire. Otherwise, these customers would not be connecting right now to this service. So I really, really, really am thankful for my connection with them, right? For my relationship with them. So it's been really great. So anyways, let's look at their website. I mean, you know, it's not like I'm eternally grateful to them or anything for helping me out and saving my butt, you know, and helping all my customers out. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to promote them or anything, like trying to tell you that you need to use them so that you can get your connections and your data connections and stuff. I mean, I'm really, you know, not trying to push it really hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, after all they did was just like save about 100 people from aggravation. I mean, why would I want to promote, a company that just does cellular service, right? Why would I want to do that? So, I'm sorry. I just I couldn't help it. But they sent me the SIM card, so I've got all these SIM cards that they have sent me, a whole bunch of them. So if anybody out there needs, within shouting distance, needs a SIM card, that's AT&T. This package right here is Verizon SIM cards. So I have AT&T and Verizon SIM cards. So the reason that you need, let me see if I can get their website. The reason that you need a static IP for some things is because a static IP, let me see if I can explain to you. So basically a static IP would be like saying your mailing address. So let's say that I want to send you a letter. Where do I send it to? Do I send it to Mobile? And, okay, so I address the letter Mobile. Where does it go, right? So we need your address. I need your street address. That's what a static IP does on the network. So a static IP is saying, this is where you are, okay? So what I've done is I've got a static IP established through there. Now the other cool thing I did is I created a DNS. So what a DNS does is I can attach a DNS to a static IP. So when you go to Yahoo or Google or YouTube, those are all IP addresses. YouTube is a DNS associated with their IP address. So you can just put in YouTube and go to it. So I've got one called rtkcell.com, and it's the same thing. With that, if I move that to a server, and I'm talking to the guys at Smith and Hayes in Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, about hosting this service. So if they can host this service for me, then all we got to do is take their IP address and just go into where I've got it set up at GoDaddy and actually attach it to it, and boom, nobody ever misses a beat. My customers don't have to change anything, data collector, nothing. So this is how I'm going cell phone based to rover. I'm going to open this as soon as I get this solid. I've had issues, Trimble with their 3G modems and their R12s, having to get Luke Johnson and Rob Coote at Trimble to help me out and build me some software and access and get all that squared away. And then this happened with them not wanting to host my service anymore. I've just had pitfall after pitfall after pitfall. So as soon as I get all this ironed out, I'm going to open it up to everybody. But I just wanted to show you guys what's been going on, some of the stuff I've been working on, and how I've overcome diversity. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's right. Sounds good. I saw it on TV the other day. Okay, appears to be recording. So I want to jump into their website and kind of show you kind of what's going on. So if you go to dataactivationcenter.com, that's their website, dataactivationcenter.com. I'm going to tell you, everything I've done with them, I've just picked up the phone and called them, and they've done whatever I needed. So like I said, they've sent me all these SIM cards. They have sent me some swag, right? You see that? Is it going to focus in on? There it is. Maybe. Anyways, they sent me some swag. Just some different stuff to help promote, their service. And I might add, they're not sponsoring me. This is not a sponsored ad, by the way. They're not sponsoring me in any way. They just help me out, and I'm greatly appreciative. So, okay, so here's their website. So you can do an activate now. So as you can see, you can go in, you can say I'm a new customer, you can put your information in. one, two, three different lines, equipment information. So one of the things they do, now keep in mind this is straight data, not cell phone, but one of the things they do is they do work with Trimble. I've got a podcast I'm fixing to do with them, and we'll release it probably on Monday. But our podcast kind of got moved around because they've got a meeting with Trimble. So they're working with Trimble on some different stuff with this same thing, because all they specialize in is doing data. That's it. So if you need a data plan for your data collector, for a MiFi, for whatever, this is the way to go. Your best bet is to go on Amazon, order a MiFi, get a data plan from them. That's probably your best way to go. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you guys this, kind of show you what I got going on and how it's working. So I've got the stream manager up and going. DAC helped me get my modem and everything going. Like I said, I'm super appreciative to what they've helped me out with. So guys, if you got any questions, let me know. Give Shandy a call over at DAC. Get her to set you up. They're putting together a promotional code, an SWR, Surveying with Robert, promotional code. So I don't know what that looks like. But if you do call up there and want to set up a data plan, just tell Shandy that, hey, you saw the video, you saw Robert's video, or Robert sent me or something, and see if she'll, do something. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, guys, this is extremely long. Apologize. But hey, I'm having fun with it today. So anyways, today is Tuesday, and it's 4:30, and I should have put this out at 8 o'clock this morning, so I'm kind of falling behind. I've just been run. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. I hope that, I hear my phone ringing. I hope that it's Brian Tennell with Site Tech in Little Rock. Brian, I'll get to you in a second, buddy. So God bless. Take care of yourselves. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget to listen to that podcast. Yes, Brian. See what he's got going on. See you guys.